Hey guys, right before the episode starts, I kind of wanted to give you guys this spoiler warning. We did not say it a little early than what we anticipated or what we wanted to. We were kind of having a little fun during the setup, so I didn't get to do this. So this is you guys a spoiler warning for Doctor Strange, Kenobi, and Stranger Things. You will hear kind of later on in the episode when we do give the spoiler warning, but it's going to be after like a very, very small, pretty major actually, spoiler warning for Doctor Strange. So this is your spoiler warning for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. If you have not seen it yet, it's going to be on Disney Plus June 22nd. So if you're waiting, there's that. Or the episodes 1, 2, and 3 for Kenobi. We're talking about those because number 4 hadn't come out when we recorded. And as well as Stranger Things Season 4, Volume 1. Thanks again for listening. Hope you guys enjoy. Well, welcome back to Tu-Vie. We are finally back together. It's been a minute. Last time we actually talked was, I think, the Super Bowl. Yesterday. Yeah, we did have that phone call. No, actually, the last time we talked was for the Oscars. We talked in March because we had the Oscars coming up, and we all know how that went. And it was a very historic moment for many different reasons. But now we're back. We're back in the summer. We had the Oscar season. We're finally done. We got everything on our hands. Just no stress. Let's do it. Collin, you want to say hi to the lovely people?
What is up?
That's a great way to kick off this episode, Collin. I think we just go right into the intro. So, as we said before, we were talking about all the summer hits that were going on. But Collin, between now and then, you and I actually saw some stuff, right? Not like things that will scar us forever, but I mean the things that in terms of movies we saw. Hold on,
there was one.
Maybe you, but for definitely one big one, Marvel Universe, we saw Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And I don't know if I told you, but when I went to go see the movie, I really tried getting one of those buckets, the really cool cube spell one, they had for like AMC. And I got there, yeah, you didn't see those things.
No,
I'll send you a photo later.
Well, I saw it really late too.
Well, I saw them a lot on social media. I saw it maybe like a week after it came out, so I had a feeling it would be sold out, but I really tried, and then we were all sold out the day I got there, and I was so sad. So for Lightyear, the day the movie comes out, they have these like Lightyear, kind of the torso of the suit that he has, and you flip open the little lid to get the popcorn. It's really cool. I'm getting there. I'm not even going to see the movie that day. I'm not able to see the movie that day, but I'm going to run to the theater and go buy myself a bucket, and then I'm just going to come home. Because, wow, dude, I need that bucket more than anything in my life. But so Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, besides the bucket and the cup mishap, because so far the only cup I have is the No Way Home one, or Far From Home one that I have, and it's kind of falling apart, but I love it. See the paint coming off, but I like it.
Yeah. Wait, you put that in the dishwasher?
No, I just like scrub it with water. Like I just kind of get like a sponge in there. Oh, I think the water takes it off. But what are your thoughts on
that happens?
I know it's like it's kind of like seeing history fade away, literally. So that's why I'm not trying to use it as much, so I don't have to clean it as much. But Collin, what are your thoughts on Doctor Strange? I know, that's why I have that shirt. I should have worn the shirt. I like that shirt a lot.
Doctor Strange,
yeah,
was awesome. Was it perfect? No movie. No movie is, but
no. It was a perfect Sam Raimi one.
Yeah, no, that was a great Sam Raimi comeback movie, because the last thing that he did was Oz, I believe.
Oh, he did that movie?
He didn't really. Yeah, Oz the Great.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. I did not know that was Sam Raimi, awesome. But I knew that movie was weird.
Yeah, that movie was pretty cool. I remember liking it. I
don't remember liking it.
I thought it was rad when I saw it.
Yeah,
I was little, but like I thought it was super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, the last movie he did was Oz the Great and Powerful, and then he did a few episodes of the show called Rake, of course, Ash vs. the Evil Dead, and then a few shorts. So yeah, you're right about that.
Also produced the remake of the Grudge movie, or helped produce.
Oh yeah, he's been producing so much. There's a few new Evil Dead stuff, so that's why I'm actually excited for. But so overall, the course of the movie, would you say it's like perfect for what this Doctor Strange sequel needed to be? Because I've been saying that this has been a perfect Doctor Strange sequel and a great like filler to what's needed next. Because I don't think it's like the perfect Marvel movie. I think I can understand why people don't like it, but I didn't really go in with high expectations.
Yeah, I think this is a really perfect. I think it's a really perfect self sort of contained
Mhm.
ish tale between Doctor Strange and Wanda Maximoff.
Mhm.
Of course, they're going to have stuff that will tie into the grander scope of the MCU,
Mhm.
including the incursions, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, along
Oh
with the
yeah. Well,
Illuminati.
spoiler warning, by the way. I forgot. I don't think I put this in the beginning of the video.
Everyone's already seen it by
I
now.
mean, but you
Everyone's.
never know. So, I wasn't going to be able to probably see it until this month if I didn't go see it when I did. So, definitely spoiler warning. I'll probably put another one before I continue. But go on.
I'm sorry, little one. So I thought this was again a really great comeback for Sam Raimi. Something that really made my heart like swell was in an interview where Sam Raimi said that everybody at Marvel, you know, they were coming to Sam Raimi's aid because he's like, I don't know what to do. What should I do? And Marvel's like, we just want to focus on making the best Sam Raimi
Oh
movie.
yeah, I remember that the interview with Kevin with the result from Kevin Feige. He's like, I don't need like, I need 3 storyboard artists, like, and then like 2 product designers, something like that. And he's like, no, you're not getting 3, you're getting 12. You're not getting 2, you're getting 20 or something like that. Like he really gave him all the resources he ever needed. It was
So cool.
fantastic.
That just dude, that gives you so much hope for like Marvel because on the other hand with Warner Brothers and their DC films.
Oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm back and forth on Warner Brothers and DC because they really make some like good stuff like Wonder Woman and Shazam. Like those movies are fantastic. I'd argue those are definitely top 3 of the DC movies.
Well,
Well, that's me. I mean, you got to admit Wonder Woman was really really great. I
I'm
mean,
not even talking about Wonder Woman.
are you talking about Zack Snyder?
No, I'm talking about Shazam and Aquaman. Those movies are ugh.
I mean,
I
Aquaman wasn't anything like whoa. And you and I talked about it. I think they tried so hard to comic accurate Aquaman so much that it kind of was like, eh. Like you and I said, I think you said this actually. If they kept the suit that he had from the Justice League movie with some green and gold like undertones with it, it'd be the most coolest suit. And they have the comic accuracy with the orange and the green with it. And I think that'd be a really really cool suit rather than that kind of weird scaly latex looking thing. I didn't like it.
yeah, I understand they wanted to be like bring back a sort of laughed at costume, but make it cool.
Hmm.
And there is no denying that in some angles, that suit is really cool,
Hmm.
but also keeping it very simple is also super cool. you know,
Yeah. No, I
just
completely agree.
you also feel, I know they need to sell toys, but on another level, I do feel like when they make changes like those, they're just trying to scrub away anything Zack Snyder, and that bums me out.
Hmm. I mean, I get that does bum me out too. And I think Warner Brothers does want to scrub out Zack Snyder as much as they can. But I don't know. I think Zack Snyder for me is a hit and take. I love his work. I think he's truly creative. I think what he does is original in most cases, and I think that what he wants to do can tell a really good story, kind of like how Sam Raimi does. And with this movie, is that he wanted to tell a good story, but sometimes it feels like when they don't make enough money, they don't ever kind of like let the story continue in their own way. But I mean, I get it. You need to make money and everything, but what I feel like with Sam Raimi, he kind of tells the full circle story, and then Zack Snyder goes kind of leave you wanting more, which is a good idea. And if we're comparing kind of like what DC and Marvel did, Marvel really does give you the full story, even though it may be a little rushed sometimes. At least it's the full story. While DC sometimes kind of like leaves you hanging. So with like this Doctor Strange movie, I'm really excited to see where they go next. But I'm also happy with what they gave because this one, like you said earlier, was like a good like mixture for the incursions and all these different things that would be happening with the characters for like Reed Richards and future characters. But for Doctor Strange, it was interesting because I felt like that's where his now character development is going to go. Because I feel like in the other Doctor Strange movies, even what Christine said in the movie, that he's been holding the knife and that he has to sometimes let the control go. So that brings me to this little point. Do you think he purposely let Iron Man die? Because maybe in the realities he saw, he was the one that died. Because we know that there was another reality where they won against Thanos, but Doctor Strange had to be the one to die in the end because he had to use the Darkhold. We officially saw another universe.
Yeah, no, I know we officially saw another universe, but also we have to remember how different that universe is compared to the one in the main MCU, because even though that they have two events that are the same, events leading up prior or after could be different from two of those timelines. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it.
So I think in the did you get, hold on real quickly, did you get
I thought you fell out of your chair.
No.
Okay.
Did you get what I sent you, which was the actress, who plays Kamala Khan? She said, she flat out said,
oh yeah, I was gonna send you that. It happened I think like 2 days ago.
I told you. Yeah,
that was a bit shocking in my opinion. I did not expect that to happen. For those who are wondering,
I had so much respect for her. I know. I want to see Miss Marvel now.
Hold on, Miss Marvel's fantastic. The show looked really like a lot of fun. I am a little bummed about the power change, but yeah, for those wondering what Collin is talking about, he's talking about the tweet that was put out, and it says that Iman Vellani, I hope I'm saying that last name wrong. Right. I say a lot of them wrong. So it doesn't think the MCU is 616. This is her quoting. I like to say the comic book universe is 616. Vellani explained. I don't think the MCU is 616. As much as Kevin Feige would have us believe it is 616, it's 1999999. She said via and then the tweet. So, I mean, I think her two things. One, her actual knowledge of the comics and everything and her passion for it, I think should get a lot of people excited, because this isn't just someone who just took a job and they're really not going to like put half the effort in. This is a character and a person who really likes the source material and everything. And I think that's great. But also that she's kind of like paying attention to the details in her own universe. And I think that's kind of cool. So Collin, you were right. I give you your crown. It was back and forth, that conversation. I think on another episode, I think it was actually the maybe the Oscar one, where I was saying I think it's 616 and you think it's whatever the number was, and then even in the movie I heard it was 616, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I was right. And then I call you, and then we watch the movie, you say all right, and then we get this tweet. I don't know what to believe. I think Marvel's toying with us. This is because Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness.
I think it's just the case of too many cooks in the kitchen.
Okay.
Where some think it's some really don't care about the in canon Marvelness.
Sure.
And some who do care about the canon, like the actress, who are like, no, you're kind of breaking the Marvel multiverse, by
maybe that's the case.
Your universe 616 when there's already a designated. They're not that smart enough to even think of a convoluted way like Ozymandias and Watchmen. You're giving them too much credit. I love Marvel, but they're not doing that.
Okay, hold on. Did you just compare me to Ozzy?
Yeah, Ozymandias from Watchmen.
I hate that guy.
Who came up with the greatest practical joke in human history?
Yeah, that was
killing millions to save billions.
Yeah, that was I think in my opinion was the most just really underhanded line. I didn't like that. But Collin, you're right. And I think
I was always right.
I know you were. I'm sorry for ever.
Did it really have to take a Miss Marvel actress for you to like realize it?
Hold on. Whoa.
What's her credibility over
whoa. Hold on. I've always believed you. I believed you. It's like, it's innocent until proven guilty. I believed you.
Did I murder someone?
It's the way, Collin, just listen. I believed you. I believed you were right. And then I watched the movie and I'm like, huh. And then I called you. And then now we waited almost like 2 months. And anyway, we got this. So I don't know what to believe right now. All I know is that I think I'm in a rut. I think I'm in a corner, and I think I'm wrong. I'm not gonna say I'm right. I'm definitely not gonna. No, I'm not gonna say you were wrong or something like that. I'm definitely giving that credit to you, man. And with that, that's you. That's all you, man. One takeaway I kind of want to just get on before we move on to the next big thing for Doctor Strange. I feel like when they said there's going to be more cameos in this movie than Endgame, No Way Home, and I think it was maybe just those two movies combined. I feel like I was a little let down for the amount of cameos that they were promising, because in terms of what they did give, it was phenomenal. I love those cameos. Could not have asked for better cameos. But when you say that, you have the three Spider-Men, and then you have so many other characters in those movies. I think maybe they were talking about value instead of actual number, in my opinion, because then that actually that equals out. What do you think that was meaning?
I wait. Is this an official
That was
coming
stated
from Marvel?
so long ago. I talked about that in a few videos that you could check on
Was
the
it
YouTube.
before Sam Raimi came on to direct?
No, this was like during. This was like I think 3 months before it was released. A few months before it was released, and I kept hearing all of
Trying
that.
to think of the cameos.
Well, I mean, you have spoiler alert. You have Black Bolt. You have the Captain Marvel variant with Maria, and then you have Professor X, Captain Carter, Reed Richards. Maybe I already said that. And then you have that specific Mordo that became the Watcher for the Sanctum Sanctorum. Bruce Campbell. You have I think it's like a Temple of the Living Tribunal or something, where like the Living Tribunal had those statues, because it wasn't just the Living Tribunal. It was statues. There was like 40 of the different heads. You had all the different universes. I guess those counts, because there was the
who were in the
universe. If there was a Twitter post out there that slowed down. There was a B, 100%. One of the Twitter posts I did see, though, slowed it down, and you could see I think it was like the Hydra universe where Hydra took over, and it has like what I'm talking about.
That's pretty cool.
You know what I'm talking about, that comic line. I can't remember the name.
Secret Empire.
Yeah, Secret. Thank you, Collin. Yeah, for the Hydra that took over New York City with Hydra Empire, and then I believe it's very strongly that one where they're breaking through, and you can see kind of like that techno skylight.
Minecraft.
Maybe, the block one,
2099,
and then they went through a Splatoon universe when they all became paint. But the one where they were kind of flying through near the end,
by Nintendo,
definitely not. In the one universe when they went to, it was that techno light skyline, kind of like New York. I think that was maybe Nueva York, where 2099 is with Miguel.
Don't give me hope.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's confident, but
I did think about that as well. I did think about that.
And
you would have to think that Marvel, because that does not, making that like 3 seconds does not take 5 minutes. So you definitely have to think. You definitely have to think that they knew that it probably would look like the 2099 New York.
Probably. And I actually thought at first, instead of it being Secret Empires, I thought it was the Noir universe for the black and white one. So I thought
that's so cool.
Yeah, I thought it was both ways. So maybe, I don't know.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, no, maybe it goes both ways. I don't even know. But then, like we said, the Splatoon and Minecraft. And I actually even thought the Savage Land made a cameo because of the dinosaur. But maybe they were just going back in time to like the prehistoric era. But maybe like in that universe, the Savage Land is found. I don't know. I really hope in the MCU we do get a Savage Land.
Until proven guilty, we're gonna call that the Savage Land.
I say we call it the. I agree with that. So Stranger Things season 4, volume 1 came out. Collin, your thoughts and feelings over it. We talked briefly about this, and you have a little bone to pick, little rant. Something about Nancy.
Something about Nancy and Jonathan. All right, guys. So I'm going to be giving you guys my hot take. I do not like Jonathan and Nancy in season 4. And
that's like a couple?
I'm pretty sure.
At all.
Okay. I don't like some of the decisions they're making. I like them. I like their characters.
Okay.
I've noticed that I'm getting more and more annoyed with them.
Hmm.
So Jonathan isn't talking to Nancy. Nancy isn't talking to Jonathan, but they both say how much that they love each other. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, so they're holding on to the fact that they love each other. They're going through a rough patch, but they're gonna have to go through this alone. And then Jonathan makes the first dumb move, and he's like, I'm going to go to a college near my family because I won't know if Will or my mom will need me. And at first, I'm like, you know what? That's actually quite admirable because they've
Admirable.
gone through so many events. They've gone through a lot to where they know that sticking together, they might need each other because they went through season 1, 2, and 3. So, you know, them getting into their own wacky, zany adventures or being chased by monsters, of course they would need backup. That doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is that Jonathan immediately thinks that, like, oh, once I do this, Nancy's gonna want to come over here and want and I get that he's high and he's saying
Yeah,
stupid
there was a
stuff,
lot of
but
puffing in this episode in this season. I didn't expect that much.
yeah, like
They really also are
I
overplaying that
thought,
song.
yeah.
It's
Dude, how are you going to introduce the fact that Jonathan is smoking, but smoking a lot, but not explore the fact that, like, he's kind of going through something? He's kind of
absolutely.
forgotten.
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's definitely pretty easy to
Jonathan
forget.
has spiraled down, and we're not going to explore any of that. We're not going to clean this sort of side of the story up because I'm a little bit invested in this side of it. Dude, I know that 11 is going through all this crazy mind-blowing stuff of us as the audience thinking that, oh, she killed those kids too. Vecna did it, but Vecna was helping 11. And
Vecna was the nurse. It was like my mom
Vecna
called
was
that from the
so,
very beginning, apparently.
but also Vecna was not only a nurse but worked with Charles Xavier, and he was the first mutant. I know that you're going through all
What?
that stuff, but Nancy
Wait, Charles
is
Xavier, where did that come from?
dude, you're just gonna have to go with the flow. All right, I
Okay.
can't cancel the
I was
momentum.
so shocked my voice
Um,
fluctuated.
dude, Nancy is now getting the hots for Steve, and Steve is trying to tango with a lot of ladies. Like, you open
Okay.
up Steve in the show with him talking about why would he be in a relationship if there was no sex in it, something about, like, and then now you have him trying to hit on girls and, like, fool around with them. And then you have Nancy and Steve, and Nancy is having the hots for Steve, and Steve is having the hots for Nancy, and Nancy's thinking, oh my gosh, he's so dreamy. And then Steve is probably thinking, I gotta buy another body bag. It's just,
What? Steve doesn't kill the people.
well, no, I was like using slang,
A
in high.
euphemism. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you now.
So
I got you now.
I that's
So, I mean, I get what you get about the Nancy and Jonathan thing. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a struggle for you. But how do you feel about how they're doing the episodes so far? I feel like they're really maturing.
masterfully.
They're really maturing this show. I mean, it's definitely stepped up their game from the first 3 seasons combined with definitely more horror like stuff. The first 2 were kind of like a thriller, and then this
Mm-hmm.
last season, season 3 was getting there, and then season 4, skyrocketed. I think that really took it up a notch with how the Vecna takes out those people. It's horrifying.
No one in the rating department to give Stranger Things its official rating did no one watch the episodes.
They didn't?
How is this PG-13?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no,
no
it's
way.
still PG-13.
I mean,
how is it still PG-13? Is my question.
I think it's like the
Some
amount of
stuff
times
that
they do it.
happens.
I think if maybe they did it because it was Chrissy, and then the other guy, and then the mom, and then the sibling. I think if
But no,
maybe
but you focus on a lot of shots of sewn up eye sockets and Hopper's foot and having to break that as
oh, I
well,
hated that. I
killing a
hated that
bunch of
scene.
people.
I hated that scene so much. I got to think about like bones breaking, and so when
You
that,
know,
ugh, I hated
you
it.
you have, dude,
It's insane.
I
It's a lot.
it's insane. But I'm not complaining. I'm not
No,
complaining.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no, not the
asking
case
questions.
at all.
Just
No, no, no,
asking
no, no. I
questions.
totally get it.
No, I love this season, dude. This is my favorite
It's
Stranger
definitely
Things
stepped up
season.
its game, but I'm
I
very
liked the
scared for what's going to
first
be
one.
in season 5.
Yeah, I liked the first season. I
Phenomenal.
didn't really care for the second season. Third season was really good. Fourth season is like
Season
I'm
2 was good.
swelling up with well, I mean, I didn't say it was bad. I just thought it was,
Oh, you didn't think it kind of like kept up the
I
hype?
can only watch it once. And I enjoyed it when it came out. I enjoyed it. I just don't want to watch it again.
I thought
But I mean,
what's his name? Sean Austin was a good addition. Sean Austin was a really fun addition in season 2.
guy from the Goonies.
Yes, sir. That guy. I did not like his exit from the show. It was
One
quite
of the more
horrible.
sadder anime deaths I've ever seen.
Anime. Okay, so I feel so bad for Joyce. She at first lost her son for a little bit. Then she found another guy that would really help, the family and really loved her. Lost that. Then Hopper and her had a thing. Lost that. And I remember watching the season 3 finale with my love, and she literally screamed, "Can she just not be happy?" And I took a second, like, oh crap, yeah, literally everything she ever loved at one point was taken from her, and I feel so bad for Joyce.
But no, but that's her character.
The character is
She gets the
depression.
thing she gets the thing taken away and
Um,
she tries to go and take it back.
so
And
it's like
it's a story of how much that is worth in her life for her to want to go back and try to get it back as much as much as they can. I mean, that's the entire goal for season 4. She's flying across the country to reclaim her happiness. Hopper.
across the world, my guy. She has to go to Russia.
Well, you know what?
That's even longer.
She love. You know what? Try to find yourself a woman that loves you enough to want to go to Russia.
Yeah, that's the benchmark.
I challenge you.
That's the benchmark. All right, so
yeah,
kick
you
it off
meet
to
that
now
girl at the bar,
yeah,
and you're hitting it off well, and she's like, I think I think I would want to do this again sometime. You ask her,
well, hold on,
would
lady.
you want to do it enough to want to go to Russia
yeah,
and pick me up from Soviet?
Before we get any further in this, I need to ask you something. If I was kidnapped, would you fly not only from California to Alaska, but to the middle of nowhere to come get me? If she says no, she's not the one, guys. Ladies too. No,
I would do it.
I know, Collin. I do it for you too. Now with the Stranger Things also coming out, Kenobi, I think they came out same day. They came out the same day, and that was a bit of a choice to make on which one you're going to start first. I started with Kenobi because obviously I've been waiting a very long time for the return of this character. Are you caught up now with episodes 1 and 3?
Yeah.
Fantastic show.
I feel bad for the actress who plays third sister.
Yeah, Moses Ingram. She's getting so much unnecessary hate. And did you know what actually happened? I think the day before the premiere of the show. Do you know what Lucasfilm and Star Wars did for her?
What?
They sat. I know it was kind of picking up to be a good thing, but this is actually in reality kind of a sad thing. They sat her down and they said, "Listen, when this show comes out, you are most likely gonna get a lot of unnecessary hate. You're gonna get a lot of stuff thrown at you. We just wanted to sit down and talk with you and just prepare." Like, they were really preparing her for the backlash that she is now getting, which is a horrible thing to do as reality goes on. You have to literally prep actors of a certain heritage or color, whatever, to sit down with them and say, hey, you're not gonna be accepted, you're gonna get a lot of hate, is so stupid. That's so sad. That's so
It is
horrible.
sad, but if you think about it,
And stupid, and by stupid I mean like the way
again,
the fans are going to be reacting, not the company. The company's
no,
actually
no,
trying
I
to take
get
care of
that.
them. That's a great thing. I actually like that they're taking their time and connecting with them.
Yeah, but you also remember you said unnecessary hate from people that she doesn't really need to get recognition from.
Mm-hmm.
But the really cool thing is that she doesn't really need to worry about that because Ewan McGregor has her
Oh
back.
my gosh, that
And
post was
that
fantastic to see.
is rad.
Mm-hmm.
I
That was
watched
great.
that. I got a little choked up because I was like, Ewan McGregor's really cool.
Yeah, and you know what I like most
It's
about
so
that?
cool.
I liked how he kind of briefly talked about the Disney Plus things, like, hey, Kenobi is the number one most watched premiere on Disney Plus. Like he was very, very quick about that. He threw that aside very quick. He's like, but the thing I actually really want to talk about, and he spent maybe 2-3 minutes talking about that, maybe 45 seconds to maybe a minute about the Disney, maybe even less, about the Disney Plus thing, and then he spent a long time talking about the Moses Ingram hate, which I really liked. It really showed where his priority was, and I could not be any more proud. But again, unnecessary amounts of hate for a character. And do you know what the main thing that they're really hating about? You know what that is?
That her character is evil.
No, it's it's because her character's too aggressive. It's too aggressive. But do you know who the most wanted Star Wars character of all time to live action, and even in the games, are? You know who that is?
Boba Fett.
Star Killer. Boba Fett is now in the shows and everything. Star Killer, the most
Wait, Star
aggressive.
Killer, the apprentice of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Right?
The guy from the Force Awakens games.
Oh wow.
Star Killer, the most aggressive
Force
character.
Unleashed.
Yeah,
Sorry.
What did I say? Force Awakens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry. The Force Unleashed games, those games. The most aggressive character of all time. So aggressive that when he gets too mad, lightning shoots all over the place and evaporates people.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I know, and that is fantastic to see. I like that power up, but they're saying that level of aggression is okay. But that with Moses Ingram, no. Really? That's what we're doing?
Right level.
It was perfect.
Dude, I was intense. It was intense watching
it was
her.
Scary.
I was really I liked her performance. I thought she was annoying for the right reasons.
I didn't really find her annoying.
I okay, well, I only found her annoying because I was in the main character's shoes. But I was enthralled in the story. All right. So what I mean by right annoying and wrong annoying. Wrong annoying is like the whole entire Stranger Things, Nancy and Steve plot line.
Okay, that's the wrong.
Just, that's the wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is the right because she's a main antagonist.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So obviously, if you're an antagonist, you're going to both agree and disagree with her, sort of actions for the sake of the story. And when she challenged Obi-Wan by like looking into Uncle Owen, right?
Yeah, she was kind of,
right?
Yeah, she was threatening Owen's life.
Yeah, I thought, wow, like, dude, she was. Really
she cut that chick's hand off too. She cut that lady's arm.
Chick's hand off. That the bald spinning lightsaber man.
The Grand Inquisitor.
Grand Inquisitor. Yep. Sorry, I knew that. Okay. I just didn't.
I like bald spinning lightsaber
with him.
I feel like that goes for Maul and every other Sith, but I like that one.
Yeah, they're all bald, aren't they?
I think so. There's a lot of baldies in Star
Wars. Darth Vader,
Boba Fett.
Palpatine.
No. Palpatine has like those little dust flakes on his hair. It's like little cobwebs.
Yeah, but what happens when he shoots lightning? Those things will just sort of like
singe,
burn right off.
Yeah, it's like a dry fire.
Yeah. Or maybe that's why he has the hood, so he can protect his hair.
Yeah, he's like, He's like, I just got done moisturizing. I also Seth MacFarlane as Seth MacFarlane as Emperor Palpatine on Robot Chicken. Funniest thing of all time, by the way. Just wanted to put that in there real quick. But yeah, no, I think with Moses Ingram as Reva or the third sister is fantastic, and I think she really does bring a great range of rage to this character. And have you been hearing the theory going around with her character?
That she's one of the younglings from the.
I think saying her making her a youngling is pretty unique. I don't think we've ever seen a youngling become Sith, become Inquisitor, to go hunt down Kenobi, because we were all supposed to believe all the younglings didn't make it. Now,
Darth Vader.
We gotta talk about Darth Vader, dude.
Darth Vader's doing that.
Yeah, Darth Vader's definitely in charge of all that. But I think making her a youngling is a really good choice. But before we talk about Darth Vader real quick, do you know who plays the fifth brother?
He looks familiar.
You will know him when I say the name. Sung Kang from the Fast and Furious. That's Han from the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
I heard the voice. I'm like, I know that voice. And then I saw the face. I'm like, I know that face. But then the prosthetics were so good, I couldn't really get a whole read on it. But yeah, he's fan, and the way that he does his voice, it's really good. Yeah, but
those prosthetics are good too.
Dude, those prosthetics on Star Wars is great. But with Marvel, you know that James Gunn's third Guardians movie actually broke the Guinness Book of World Record of most prosthetic used in a movie. It had 340 different prosthetics for different characters. Pretty wild. So
dude, those people must have gotten paid well.
Yeah, I think if you have to put on those rubberized things in the heat, you're definitely getting a little bit more. But that also brings up something I'll probably, if we have time later, I'll mention. But yeah, Darth Vader, Hayden Christensen, whoa, definitely getting that dark Darth Vader we've always kind of wanted, especially in that one scene
just
where
snapping that kid's neck.
That innocent little children. Yep, just no, and then dragging that lady.
Well, not for no reason.
Well, okay, of course, but yes, he's trying to bring no. Of course, no. He's of course bringing out Kenobi, but it was sad. You really just go. You just lose all.
That lady being dragged was just so. It was awful. When I noticed how awful it was, I just started laughing because I'm like, this is the Darth Vader we wanted to see.
Oh, laughing out of shock kind of thing.
Yeah, just laughing out of shock of how intense and mean he is. Dude, it's you kind of forget that's Hayden Christensen in that suit, and that's James Earl Jones as the voice. Dude, I was so happy for that. Perfect Darth Vader hype. The perfect mix. Crazy. Hayden does so good as the body, and while James does fantastic as the voice. Earning Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the ending scene where he's dragging him through the fire. That was so cool. That was so cool. So insane. Yeah, you have to think Obi-Wan is thinking, oh my God, this is what he felt, but only for a fraction of a second. Yeah. This is what he felt all over. I think Vader has a lot more planned. I think if he wanted to, he could have gone more, but I think he's trying to let him kind of in a torture method, give him a little, stop, give a lot more the next time, and then do things to kind of try and break the man. But I don't even know, man. The line "I am what you made me" is wrapping up perfectly why Obi-Wan is the way he is in this season, because the reason why he didn't want to go save Leia the first time around was because he's been reflecting all about what he's seeing, and what he is seeing is because of him. He was not ready to train Anakin, but he still took the role as master and his apprentice, and he never really related to Anakin. He always talked down to him, always told him what he was doing wrong, and never really listening to the guy. And up until the last minute of when they saw each other is when he actually related to the man. But that was the last time anyone would see Anakin Skywalker. And I think Obi-Wan recognized that, because this entire show has been a hero's redemption story, and having to live with that failure is so scared for him, because he's
he doesn't want to repeat it. That's why he didn't want to go save Leia. He didn't want to leave Luke. He just left all that behind because he does not want to repeat that. This is such good storytelling. Deborah Cho is a phenomenal director. She did some episodes of The Mandalorian. She did the Sin and I think the Refuge. I think it was episode 3 and episode 7. I don't remember the names.
Yeah, do you think Darth Vader didn't really go over and chase Obi-Wan because he was afraid of the fire?
No, I think he's like, I got enough. Like I've done enough right now. Like there's more to come.
Yeah. Do you think that is still canon in the Star Wars universe of like Darth Vader being a little afraid of fire? Or I mean, not afraid, but sort of like
Scarred.
nervous.
Sure. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
You know, sort of like there's still that there's still like that anxiety when it comes to being around fire.
Sure.
Like, you know, certain portions of your body start to like tingle because of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's this. I would assume it's the same thing when people go through a traumatic experience in any situation. You know, water, rock climbing, skydiving. You know, it doesn't really matter. I think that would make sense, but I think it'd be kind of interesting if they do bring in the Legends material into the canon universe, because they are slowly doing that. You know, Leia becoming a Jedi and training. I think all that was from the, I think maybe it was Legends or it was the extended. Or they expanded. But they're definitely doing a lot of that stuff. So I wouldn't put it past them. That'd be kind of cool, but I hope so. So to answer your question, I hope so.
I hope so.
How do you feel about, okay, now the lightsaber fight that we did get in that episode was great. It really showed Obi-Wan kind of rusty and not
defense.
and just all on defense, and then that attack with Vader, the one-handed strikes. Rage.
When Obi-Wan was just sort of holding that, and then he just kept
kind of like how Luke did
saber while man, that is just
so
that
good.
I was like, ooh, you barely see that in Star Wars.
Yeah, you
like
barely.
Just sort of like that pose where it's just like, you know, someone's just keeping a stance and then like the guy's just like sort of viciously swinging that stance while you're just on your knees. Like I was glad that we got this fight so that we could later go to the actual rematch, because
I was really thinking like there's no way that was the rematch. Like there's no way.
This is Obi-Wan trying to buy time, you know, because you can clearly see like, you know, Obi-Wan is like making a fool out of himself to his, you know, former protege, because, you know, he's not there for a fight. He's there to just sort of buy time for Leia. And not only that, he's like running away from the fight. He's literally running away from his fear. And his fear is Darth Vader.
Yeah, and I don't think
having it confront you and burn you is just another cathartic reason why the show is so incredible.
Yeah, and I don't think he even like wanted to fight him in the first place. I think he just was.
No, he didn't want to fight him at all. He was trying to think of it. Yeah, I would be too. Anybody in Obi-Wan's position would be terrified, because we've all been afraid of being in the same shopping center as your ex, you know,
or as like a teacher.
Now think about it on Obi-Wan.
A teacher you don't like. Yeah.
No, I think X is more profound.
Well, with a teacher you don't like, you got to see them. Oh, you clearly don't remember seventh grade English.
No. No, she hated you. She hated you for whatever, no reason. She just didn't like you.
I literally gave I gave a kid back his pencil because he dropped it, and she's like, "No talking." I'm like, I didn't even say anything. He did not like that teacher. The teacher was awful. But Kenobi's just on the upside right now, and there's as of right now, I'm not in favor of this, but there's been rumors that a season 2 is in the talks, like in development. I really hope there isn't a season 2.
Because I'm curious to see how season 1 ends for them to want to like grant a season 2.
That's what I'm saying. Like as of right now, I don't think we need it, because this story seems to be building up to this end, but I don't know, man. I feel like with the return of this character, kind of leading us on when it's going to end would be very interesting. I feel like if we leave it on one season, we get to appreciate what was given almost 20 years later. But that's just me. So I
It's
don't know.
like, you know, after the Darth Vader, you know, confrontation that we're gonna get in the later episodes, like, why would you want to grant a season 2 and have something less cool than that? You know,
Yeah, it would definitely take away from that big fight.
it just you would just sort of because of the existence of a season 2, you're diminishing season 1 already.
Yeah, unless it's a truly long story that takes time, like The Boys or Stranger Things, there's more to go with that. But we already have a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's called A New Hope. Like, there's nothing more to fill in. So, like you
Yeah,
said, it diminishes it. Yeah, it's a good point.
because like I kind of like the idea of having Obi-Wan go through this entire thing in season 1, right? Or I'm calling it season 1.
Yeah, we just
Having him go through all of this, and when he gets to Tatooine, he just lives like a hermit and just watches over the boy.
sure. That'd be
Have that be
fantastic.
his existence, and then you can sort of like, you can fill in your head canon, that like he's kind of a quirky, but also very wise hermit, that we
Mhm.
have grown to know and love. It just, I like the idea of having Obi-Wan go through years of not really any conflict involving a war and just living a life of off a land,
Sure.
for me,
No, I
because
like that too.
I never really like the trope of like, even in comic books, every other day the world is ending. It's like,
Yeah.
everybody would just turn into huge psychopaths and just,
Yeah.
like, the world is ending, the world is ending, the world, it's just like, I kind of like, little conflicts internally and
Yeah.
externally. Sorry.
I don't know.
My
No. I don't
writer
know if
brain.
it was no, it's all right. I don't know if it was a Lego Batman movie, but I do remember that one scene where like the Joker was taking over. I think it was the Joker taking over, and the one guy looks up and goes, "I'm gonna go start looting," and then he starts. That was the best. I've watched that movie way too many times because it's just too funny. But like you said, it's a good idea to just let that person live the remainder of his life with the last goal he has to do. But I do have a question because I thought about this. Do you think this show amplifies Kenobi in A New Hope? Because now we've kind of like in the prequels from A New Hope, we got to see what his life was in the Clone Wars because Luke's like, "Oh, you fought with my dad during the Clone Wars." Now we got to see that whole thing. But I think with this gap between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, it amplifies that moment where Kenobi knows what he's doing. He's seen how the Empire works firsthand, how to defend himself. Because I think if you saw where he was in Revenge of the Sith and then go where he is in New Hope, pulling out that lightsaber wouldn't be that easy because that lightsaber was a part of something that was really destructive to the universe. So like when he buried it in the sand with both Anakin and his, and then pulling that back out is like pulling that part of yourself back out, and now having to keep that because now we know the whole Maul fight scene happened. I think maybe before the show or at least afterwards, obviously. And then just that there's a reason for it. It doesn't just happen, like that weapon you used caused a lot of damage. So easily just doing that in the cantina wouldn't be so simple. I think for me, it amplifies A New Hope.
It Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
So I just, in terms of storytelling. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I definitely see a little Ewan. I see a little Ewan McGregor in the first actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I can see the first actor who played Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ewan McGregor. Like I see those two as just one person in two different lives.
Yeah. Now, Collin, I gotta leave you with one question. Just one. It's easy. It's simple. It's not hard. What is the number one thing you got looking forward to this summer? Because there's a lot. Now I can list off the majority of the stuff coming out like the new premieres coming out this month. There's a lot if you really think about it in terms of movie and shows, more shows than it is movie. Would you like me to listen out for you, Colin?
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk comes out in August. That is a very good one. Yeah. Comes out August 8th, I think.
Some other episodes of The Boys. I forget what else is coming out. Miss Marvel, right?
In June, there's so many things coming out in June. So as we know, as of June 3rd, The Boys season 3, I think the 3-episode premiere is out as of right now on Amazon Prime. Then we have Lightyear, which is my favorite of all time. That is my most anticipated movie of all time. That is, cannot wait to go see that. That's coming out June 17th. Jurassic World Dominion does not come out too far from now. That comes out next Friday. You're not going to go see that?
No. Sorry.
No? All right. Well,
I'm not going to be on that interview.
Dang.
Yeah. I do not like those dinosaur movies. The first one was great.
Dang.
And after you've seen the first one, you've seen all of them.
I mean, I don't disagree on that, but I'm going because of Jeff Goldblum. I mean, come on. And then we have Ms. Marvel coming out, I think that Wednesday, June 8th. And then Spiderhead on Netflix with Chris Hemsworth and Miles Teller. That really weird psychedelic one that's coming out June 17th, Day of Lightyear. On Netflix, The Umbrella Academy. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Season 3. Season 3 is looking awesome. June 22nd. That's June 22nd. That is, I hope they do a 1-episode premiere, or maybe did they do week by week on those, or was that all at once?
They just dropped the entire season.
Okay. I hope that happens again. I do like that. As much as I do like the week by week things for Umbrella Academy, I want all of it right then and there, because that's just so much. And then I don't know if you watch this, but I cannot get enough of this show. Only Murders in the Building on Hulu.
That sounds cool.
It's a comedy, but it's a Steve Martin Short, and Selena Gomez trio on Hulu. It's a crime show, but it's also very, very funny. It's pretty much like a true crime podcaster's like dream. I don't know if you're aware of those kind of shows, Colin, the true crime podcasts.
I know of them.
So it's like
they're memed a lot.
They are 100%, but it's like these 3 people that listen to the same podcast, and like something goes on in the building. They all meet up at a bar accidentally. They all live in the same building though, and they all meet up somehow. They all find out they listen to this podcast, but I actually remember how. So there was a fire alarm that went off in the building. Everyone's evacuating. They end up meeting at the bar, but when they were leaving the building, someone was going up, and someone died in that building. So then they find out they listen to the same show and everything, and they're like, hey, we like shows. There's a murder in our building. Let's do our own. And so they were doing a podcast over about the murder, and then they eventually go and solve the murder. But it's really funny. It's a really, really good show. And I can't really give much else away because it's going to be a lot of spoilers, but really, really good, really, really funny. And I can't wait for June 28th for season 2.
Can't wait for June 21st, 2022 as well.
What's 21st?
Oh, wait, wasn't that the date you just said?
28th. Did I say the 21st?
I confused both of us.
I may have accidentally said it, so you never know.
Yep. But that sounds pretty good.
It's a great show.
You know, I'm a little nervous just because of Selena Gomez.
No, you know,
hit or miss for me.
She's very, very monotone and very, very sarcastic. She's very different from anything
What
we've
does
seen.
Cara Delevingne play?
Who's Cara Delevingne?
Enchantress. She's in the show.
She's in the show?
Oh, I mean, it shows on the
Only Murders in the Building. Cara Delevingne. I don't remember her. I don't remember.
Oh,
you're way too far.
Looks really cool in this. Actually,
I think you're very, very far.
Oh, they're in it. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a watch. Okay.
Hold on. Are you talking about season 2?
Season 2 of Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah. So you are talking about season 2 because Cara Delevingne wasn't in season 1.
2 seasons.
Well, season 2 is coming out. Yeah, season 2 is coming out June 28th. She's in the second. She's apparently in the first episode of season 2. No. Season 1.
I'm frustrating so many listeners of the podcast, and including you. I'm just so distracted.
No. I thought you were. Okay, I don't know what you said. No, but Amy Ryan, fans of The Office know her as Michael Scott's love interest.
Yes.
I can't remember her name for the life of me though. She's in there and she's fantastic. There's a lot of great actors in there, but and even Tina Fey. Yeah, I forgot Tina Fey was in there. Definitely my favorite though was Steve Martin. I'm a big Steve Martin fan, and I like him as an actor. So definitely seeing him in that show was a lot of fun. I think it's up your alley, dude. And if you guys haven't seen it, listeners, you go check it out. It's on Hulu. All the episodes are out right now. June 28th is the premiere week by week release on Hulu. It's a fantastic original. I don't really like a lot of Hulu originals, but Palm Springs and this are my favorite so far.
Yeah, Palm Springs was a great one.
That was a great Groundhog Day.
Great Groundhog Day, perfect movie. It just was. It was a lot of. It was up my alley in comedy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. And Andy Samberg, funniest guy. He can really just bring a lot of dry humor.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I always try this where who would he play in a Marvel or a DC movie?
Okay. I think off the top of my head, it'd have to be a mutant or something.
Johnny Storm.
Definitely not because be like, hey guys, I can turn myself into fire. Watch. And then like that, I feel like that.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would play the Johnny Storm that would be a ladies' man.
Definitely
I think he would
not.
play the Johnny Storm that would be more of the. He would be kind of like Eddie from Stranger Things.
Okay, I can get behind that. What was the Fantastic Four's droid? Dexter?
No, it was Kirby.
Kirby, thank you. Yeah, definitely Kirby. 100%. Andy Samberg would play Kirby.
Yeah,
and that's not an insult, but I'm just saying he would perfectly fits.
No, he would be made by Franklin Richards to be like his best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that 100%. Would be such a sweet plot.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. I think that'd be really fun. Cool. Jonah Hill will direct that movie. Well, have you not seen his movies?
No, I've seen his movies. I just think that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, Jonah Hill directing that movie, Andy Samberg playing as Kirby, and the kid from Jojo Rabbit who plays Jojo as Franklin. It'd be perfect. Make it a Logan style movie. Shoot it like Sam Raimi. Watch the box office explode. I love that meme. Everyone hates it, but I like it.
Watch the box office explode, dude. Who do you think the villain should be in the Fantastic Four? Don't say Dr. Doom.
No, who do you think? I want to say Dr. Doom.
Save him. I said save Dr. Doom.
I know.
You can introduce him, just don't use him. As a villain.
I know.
It's not that hard.
I'm thinking about a lot, dude. I'm thinking about how they're going to be doing this because I don't want a repeat of the 2015 Fan Four Stick. I'm trying to blank. Who do you think?
Well, okay, so
please don't say
cut to the chase.
You're not going to say Galactus, are you?
No.
Thank God.
No.
I'm just saying that's way too quick.
No, I know that's way too quick. I mean, you know me, I'm a quick person, but that's way too quick for me. So I was thinking have the opening credits be kind of like Batman versus Superman, just sort of introduce their origin in the opening credits to sort of, I don't know, kind of like have it be sort of like a heavy metal album from the 80s, kind of like aesthetic. And then you have the villain be either Mole Man or
I wasn't even thinking Mole Man.
Or
like Particle Dude. Particle Man?
The monster from the very first issue of Fantastic Four, the monster that was coming from the ground.
Okay, that'd be kind of fun. Maybe Mole Man and that guy, and then for the sequel, it's Molecule Man.
What's up?
And then I say Mole Man and that monster for the first one, and then Molecule Man. That was the guy I was thinking of. Molecule Man, which is so very strange for a Marvel character.
Or just have it be a Rick and Morty adventure.
That'd be interesting. That'd be a lot of. Did you see Love, Death, and Robots season 3?
You know I did.
Why?
Dude, the last time you suggested it to me was a couple of days ago. I've been at work.
You could watch. Okay, well, there's one episode in Love, Death, and Robots. It's called "The Very Pulse of the Machine," and that would be kind of interesting to kind of incorporate some things like that into the Fantastic Four. You'll see what I mean. But definitely, Mole Man would be a lot of fun. I really hope they get Tim. I think his name is Tim Cook to play him again because he was originally supposed to be Mole Man for the Fantastic Four that came out, the Fan Four Stick. He was originally Mole Man.
Yeah, no, they originally had like an actually good, like sound pleasing idea for a Fantastic Four movie, and then just made turned Doctor Doom into a microwaved action figure.
Yeah, by the way, it's not Tim Cook. That's the Apple guy. I meant Tim Blake Nielsen. Yeah. Oops. That's awful.
Tim Cook.
Yeah. Hey, let's let Tim Cook be Doctor Doom. It would make 100% sense, dude. I think.
And Jeffrey Bezos as Doctor Doom.
They're both Doctor Doom. It's a Doctor Doom off. I think Jeff Bezos should 100% play Lex Luthor.
Dr. Doom's
cousin, Dr. Deceivious. I don't know.
Dr. Destruction.
Dr. Suspense. A lot of doctors in the Marvel Universe, you know.
Dr. Doomstruction. Yeah, no, a lot of doctors are superheroes.
Dr. Doomslayer.
Dr. Doomslayer. Dr. Doomslayer.
It'd be awesome. He just comes with a chainsaw arm and just starts whipping down. It's just like a chainsaw. Yeah. Just kicking people down. Oh my gosh. I want a Doomslayer versus the Fantastic Four comic book line. Can we get that going, please? Please, for the life of me.
Yeah. The Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe opens with Deadpool killing the Fantastic Four, and it was brutal.
You know, Marvel's going dark. Marvel's getting heavy. I wouldn't hate an animated Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. You know, like at some point.
That sounds epic.
That sounds crazy. I know they're never going to do it.
Yeah, but, or you can do sort of like
that's a what if episode.
I was gonna say you can also do that entire storyline because the Deadpool kills a Marvel Universe had 2 sequels.
Yes.
Where it was, and you could just do that and just call it Deadpool Killogy and have it be 3 directors taking on those 3 stories, and you have
one of them has to be Sean
styles.
Levy.
Yeah.
One of them has to be Sean Levy.
Oh my God. Let's pitch this to Disney. I know they're watching.
Listeners, let's get this going. We're going to get a GoFundMe. You guys are going to help? Yeah. Go do it. We'll set it up. Go check it out.
We're going to save Marvel from
ultimate destruction.
Losing no money.
Probably because I don't think they'll ever pick this up, but they'll have it in their back pocket.
We'll make you some more money. It'll come out from our pocket.
You know, we'll do like a little paper mache stop motion, little pencil and the character's walking trick. We'll do that. We'll get a camcorder. We'll prop up the phone. We got this in the bag. So with that being said, that will have to wrap up this week's episode, more like month, this episode of the Tu-Vie podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. We actually have a lot of fun making these videos. We hope you guys do enjoy these podcast episode. We try putting out as much as we can, but with our busy lives, we do as much as we can for you guys. But if you guys want a lot of daily content, you guys should go check us out on TikTok. We have a lot of fun stuff going on. We have a weekly game called the Random Movie Quote Quiz, where I give you a quote. You have to tell me the movie it's from in the comments, and the first one to put it in there wins. Collin, thank you so much for joining. You're a fantastic co-host.
No, thank you for having me.
Dude, you're a fantastic co-host. And guys, Lightyear coming out, like I said, June 17th. We're going to go try and see this movie as much as we can. I'm going to be in the middle of moving at that time, but we may, Collin, I think you know this, Collin. We may have a special guest. We're going to have a special guest here on the show. This will be the second special guest. First one being the Rex and Around podcast. Collin, can you take a guess on who that person is?
You mentioned him before that you and him had a very delightful conversation about Disney's Lightyear
We
movie.
did. We had a
And
delightful conversation.
I heard a little bit about him and I was excited and gave me more of a reason to go out of my way and go see Lightyear.
Well, you should go
I'm
out of your way no
actually
matter what and go see this movie.
but I'm more excited to go see it now that we get to talk about it with this really cool person.
Yes,
But
absolutely. A
you want
really, really
to
cool guy.
reveal this mystery man?
No, I will reveal him the day before it's released. You guys get it. Yes, we got Sean Levy. Yeah, we got the director Angus McLean of Lightyear. God, wouldn't that be awesome? But
Bird.
just any director, George Lucas. But you guys will have to find out on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram, where I'll be posting all of this information. So go check us out on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, like I just said before, at Tu-Vie Podcast. You guys can tell that it is our account because we are the only account with that logo of the Tu-Vie Podcast name. As you guys always know, I'm your host, James, and sitting across from me is my good friend, Collin. Thank you so very much for coming.
His only friend.
No, that's not true. True. Also, we have something really good cooking up with Collin. Collin, you got something working on right now for the channel as well, right? We're trying to put you out more on the face of Tu-Vie. You got something cooking now.
Yeah,
it's say what it is. I'm not gonna say what it is, but Collin has got a lot of issues, and he wants to talk about it with you guys. So be sure to stay tuned real soon. But with that all being said, thank you guys again for watching. Be sure to also check us out on YouTube. We have a lot of fun stuff cooking there. And like I just said before, the first episode of an amazing new show hosted by Collin is coming out really soon. Thank you guys again for watching. And as always, welcome to Tu-Vie.